Pete'sTools.com.
G'day guys, Pete from Pete's Tools. Awesome to see you here again today. Hey, today I want to do a little experiment. Plasma cutting holes versus drilling holes. Which is best? Anyway guys, same as usual, you like my videos, subscribe, drop me a like, drop me a comment. Don't forget to come see me at Pete'sTools.com and let's get into this, eh? So guys, what I want to do today is I've got a piece of 5mm plate here. See, nice and thick, 5mm, solid as. So what I want to do is drill a 1/2 inch hole in it. So I've got a new drill bit here. I've got a drill bit here, a new one for the drilling a pilot hole. So we'll see what's better, drilling it with a drill press or just whacking through it with a plasma cutter. Anyway guys, let's get into it, eh? So the first thing we'll do guys is get the centre punch, and we'll centre punch it so that my drill's got somewhere to stick into. So if we whack a hole, we'll go about here, say. There we go, so that should sit in there without moving around too much. Right, and then we'll go over the drill press and we'll stick this in the drill press and then I'll drill it. So what we'll do guys is put the smaller drill in first so we can get a smaller pilot hole so that it's not so hard on the old drill and it drills a little bit quicker the next time. So what I'm going to do guys is I'm not going to speed this up, I'm just going to let it run how long it takes to drill through the piece of steel, okay? Just so we get an idea. There we go guys, in the through. So there we go guys, I've changed the drill bit. We've got the new 1/2 inch drill in here. I've got my pilot hole done like we did before, and let's see how long this takes. Definitely cuts a lot better with a pilot hole guys. Beautiful, there we go. Here we go guys, nice hole in there. That didn't take too long at all actually. In fact it took longer with the pilot hole than what it did the actual 1/2 inch hole. Anyway, we'll go and grab the old plasma cutter and we'll see how long it takes to do it with the plasma cutter. So what I'll do first guys is just clean this up with the grinder. It's not so bad on this side that we were cutting through the top side, but the bottom side is really hard on the old hands and you rip your skin to bits. So I'll just whack this off with the grinder. So that's good now guys, see that? Right, so I'll grab the plasma cutter and we'll try and cut a freehand hole about the same size with the plasma cutter. See how long that takes us. So guys, now we'll try and do a 1/2 inch hole over here somewhere with the plasma cutter, eh? So we'll start about here and go like so. Right, we'll see how long that takes us guys. Well, that didn't take a hell of a lot longer, did it, hey? Didn't take very long at all. Right, so I'll just clean this one up with the grinder and we'll see what we've got. Right, so there's our 2 holes, guys. That's the plasma cutter one, and that's the one that I did with the drill bit. Now the drill bit is obviously a lot cleaner and it's a lot tighter hole rather than the plasma cutter one. But you could learn how to plasma cut this, I reckon, really quickly. It would only take you 3 or 4 attempts. This is my first attempt. It would only take you 3 or 4 attempts to get that quite a bit smaller. but still have your bolt fit through it, if you know what I mean. Like, see this, guys, this is a pretty tight fit in this bolt here. I'll put it in the bottom and you can see. So that's a pretty tight fit there. And you put it on the top and it looks quite good. Whereas if we do it on the plasma cut one, see there's quite a large distance in here. See, we've made the hole quite a bit bigger, but that's just practice, guys. Like I said before, guys, I reckon 4 or 5 attempts and you can get that pretty close to this. It won't be perfect, but it'll be pretty close. And you can always do this, guys. I mean, you can always put a washer on it and it makes it look a lot better. There you go, it looks perfect. See, you wouldn't bother doing that if you had 1 hole to drill, or even 2 or 3 or 4 holes. But if you have to do 60, 70, 80 holes and you're trying to do it with a drill bit, that's all very well, as long as you can put the pressure coming down from your drill press. Because there's quite a lot of pressure, downward pressure in this cutting piece when it's cutting that. But if you're trying to cut that into like a chassis of a truck, you're actually trying to go this way. What I mean is, guys, you're using your drill press like this and you're going down, you can drill big holes because you have the pressure, you got leverage to come down. But as soon as you start trying to drill big holes through this sort of thickness of plate, that way, and you got your drill coming in like that, there's no way in hell that you're going to drill a 1/2 inch hole like that with a cordless drill or anything like that. You just don't have the pressure, you just can't hold it. You just don't have the force to force it through. Well, that's what I've found anyway. You guys might have a better way of doing it, but if you're doing a truck chassis or something like that, and you need to do a lot of holes, because I've tried to do it like this, altering a deck on the truck, and you know, I had to do 100 holes, and it took me forever, and I was forever burning through drill bits and all sorts of bits and pieces. So what I ended up doing was just whacking it through with a plasma cutter, different size hole of course, but whacking it through with a plasma cutter like that, and then just putting a nice washer over the top of it, and it looks pretty good, and it still holds it on there, especially if you've got a lot of them. But like I say, it's nowhere near as tidy as this, but it does the job. And the more you do it, the smaller you can get this hole that the bolt will fit through it, if you understand what I'm saying. So my theory is, anyway, it's almost impossible to do it like this if you haven't got the leverage. If you're working underneath a truck or you're stuck somewhere out in the bush, you just can't do it. You just can't put a lot of holes this way unless you got some, I don't know, some drill that I've never even heard of, something that you can put a lot of pressure on. So what I'll do is I'll show you how easy it is to plasma cut a hole this way compared to the drill. In fact, guys, it's that easy to do, and you need that little pressure that I'll do it one-handed. I'll hold it with this one and I'll cut the hole through there, through this 5-6 millimeter plate, just by holding it with one hand. Here we go, guys. There you go, guys. Bit jerky, but you get the point. Pretty easy, eh? No pressure on there whatsoever. It's not as easy doing it standing up, of course. If you was level with it, it would be a lot easier. But you get the general idea. See that, guys? Looks alright to me. You try doing that with a drill on that angle. They've got no show. Well, I don't think you have anyway. Maybe I've been doing it wrong over the years. Anyway, like I say, you can learn to tidy this up really, really quick. So, anyway, the moral of the story is plasma cut big holes. I mean, I wouldn't bother with little holes, but big holes, especially when you're going through stuff sort of like this thick, because it takes a lot of effort to go through there normally. So guys, that's my theory anyway. If you want to cut some nice big holes, I'd use the old plasma cutter. But if you've got something like a drill press or something that you can put a lot of force on down like so, then it would be easier to use the drill press. But like I say, a lot of times you can't even get the your drill or your drill press anywhere near where you want to drill some holes. Like I said, especially if you're doing chassis work on the side of your truck or something like that, and you need to come in from the side, you just can't get the pressure with the old handheld drill. Well, I don't think you can anyway. Like I say, there might be a different sort of drill that you can maybe clamp on the side and drill your holes along like that, but I've never come across anything like that. So what I find is easiest to use is just a plasma cutter, just whack some holes in it. And like I say, they don't have to be this rough all the time, guys. I reckon it's a matter of 2 or 3 hours and you can get them pretty good looking. You're probably not going to get them as good looking as this, but it'll be pretty close to it, I would imagine. And they don't have to be perfect anyway, guys. All you got to do is put a washer over it and it looks the part. So that's about it, guys. Remember, so same as usual, guys, you like my videos, subscribe, drop me a like, drop me a comment. Don't forget to come see me at peachstools.com, and we'll see you next time, eh? Bye.
peachtools.com